a stunning Eggs Benedict. With a perfectly poached egg and a velvety hollandaise. Absolute perfection.
I'm feeling very confident. I make Eggs Benny pretty regularly for myself and my husband.
You have 10 minutes for this challenge. And this time, you have 2 eggs to work with. That's 1 for poaching, 1 for the sauce, and once again, no room for error.
Wow. Oh, I'm happy to be upstairs.
It feels like there's way more at stake in this kitchen.
Are you ready to make a flawless Eggs Benny?
Yes, Chef!
Your time starts now!
I need to win here, and I'm not going into that final. I want this so bad, and no one's going to take this from me.
A 10-minute timer on this challenge is so difficult. Every second counts.
For me, this cook, there's a lot more pressure. The third challenge is going to be 2 cooks, head-to-head, sudden death. Winner takes all. I don't want to be in that challenge. I'm going to rock this Eggs Benny out.
There you go, Trevor.
Eggs Benedict sounds easy, but boy, oh boy, is it full of little twists and turns. Poaching that perfect egg is a challenge unto its own.
All I do is I create a little vortex and slowly drop the raw egg into that vortex. Very, very carefully, because if you don't, the egg is not going to come together.
My biggest concern is I have to get this poach perfect on this egg first try. I'm not going to be in the final because I'm going to take a lot of care and attention to the little details with this poached egg so I don't mess it up like I did the last time.
5 minutes! You have 5 minutes left!
I don't eat a lot of eggs. The only ones I like are scrambled or over easy. I am not as confident as I should be. I don't really cook a lot of eggs.
I'm going to do my very best.
Now, hollandaise, I believe, is one of the most difficult sauces to make. If you do not keep whisking your eggs, they stick to the bottom of your stainless steel bowl, and then they cook and they scramble. And you have to very slowly drizzle in that butter. If you dump it in all at once, it's going to separate and break.
You checked your hollandaise? It tastes good?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
To nail this sauce, you have to have made it a bunch of times, which I have, so I'm feeling really comfortable.
Attaboy, Trevor.
I'm whisking it, and it's looking good. I set it down to check my English muffins.
You gotta babysit a hollandaise sauce. Otherwise, it's gonna split like a bad marriage.
I look back up. Ah, no! And my hollandaise sauce is starting to split. Now I'm panicking because I don't have another yolk. Okay. I have to try and salvage this. Now I'm just panicking and whisking vigorously to try and get it to come together. I hit it with a bit more salt. I hit it with a bit more acid.
1 minute! 1 more minute left! Breakfast in 1 minute!
And this is all about timing, execution, and technique. If they screw this up, they're finished. Look at this. May right now is the front runner. She is already applying hollandaise to the top of the poached egg.
And that hollandaise, we wanted a beautiful yellow color. It is unbelievable.
15 seconds, Trevor.
I think my sauce is perfect. Couldn't be happier.
Oh, my God.
As I am spooning my hollandaise sauce onto my Eggs Benedict, I see it break.
10, 9, 8,
Oh
7,
my God.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Wow. It looks beautiful. My sauce is just like, it's amazing. I'm feeling very, very happy.
Walking up with my Eggs Benedict, I'm really emotional. I'm getting upset because this is not the comeback that I'm hoping for.
Wow, you pulled it off. But there's nothing more disappointing, May, than cutting into a poached egg and not having that beautiful golden yolk ooze out. Wow. That just leaves me speechless. Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. You obviously added vinegar to the water. Did you add any salt to the water?
I did.
It's a bit bland. And there's another issue. You can see that the hollandaise is just slightly too thin. It's just washing off of that egg, and that's critical. And I think that bacon makes up for the lack of salt on the egg. That's a pretty solid performance by you.
Thank you.
I didn't get a perfect critique. I'm still feeling really unsure.
On visual inspection, I'm afraid the sauce is all over the place. Also, I see a bit of splitting. But what is the most important thing about an Eggs Benedict?
The runny yolk.
Look at that. That's a beauty. You know, the bacon, I would say, is slightly undercooked. Very important technical mistake.
How you feeling?
I feel really emotional. There's a lot riding on this for me. I know everyone's sacrificed everything, but mine just has a ticking time clock to it with my mom. With her diagnosis of early onset Alzheimer's, every time that I'm away from her could be the next phone call. She doesn't remember who I am. This time away from her is definitely a challenge.
Time is precious for you, isn't it?
It really is. So I need to be here to do my best to bring it home for me and my mom.
At the end of the day, you do what you gotta do to get through this competition. And it all boils down to what is happening on this plate. There are a few challenges here, I see. This hollandaise is broken. The flavor is awesome. If I close my eyes and I pretend that it's made properly, just never turn your back on a hollandaise.
I won't do that again. I'm thinking about my mom. Everything I've worked hard to do is almost slipping out of my fingers.
Hi there, Trevor.
Chef Michael.
Look, I think the Eggs Benny looks pretty darn good. Good shape to the egg. What looks to be a good consistency on the hollandaise. Nice little browning on the bacon. Look at that. That looks like one happy Eggs Benny. Let's give it a little taste. Very good.
Thank you, Chef.
Great consistency. Very, very light, seasoned well. I think it could have done just with a little more acidity, a touch more juice. But overall, it's very good indeed.
Thank you very much, Chef.
Thanks, Trevor.
What happened?
I broke my hollandaise sauce.
Very easy to do. Unfortunately, it's happened to you at the worst possible time. The cook on the bacon looks pretty good. Cook on the egg feels good. Let's see what happens inside. Your yolk is overcooked.
I know I'm cooking again.
It's not over yet for you here. You still have that fight.
Absolutely.
Are you ready to fight?
yet. They're still over.
Look at me. Look at me. The next round, if you don't make it to this, don't worry. It's not
over. It's not over.
Are you ready to cook your hearts out? The star of this challenge is the egg.
It's so easy to mess up an egg. It seems like an easy protein, but it's not.
One of the trademarks of a great cook is the ability to fully understand and master this essential ingredient. And for me, that skill is highlighted in a perfectly shaped, fluffy, and delicious 3-egg omelet. Will prove to me that you have the skills to get back in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
I respect Claudio's opinion, but I think there's a much more technically challenging dish. A perfectly poached egg.
Poached egg, my egg of choice.
Knowing the right moment to stop the cook on a poached egg, it's the ultimate test of skill and instinct. Perfect.
I want to see a beautiful, soft-boiled egg. It's the hardest technique to pull off because you can't see inside the shell. And when you crack into it, the gorgeous yolk simply oozes out.
You will need exactly 5 eggs to complete this challenge. And that's all the eggs you're gonna get.
And just in case that's not enough pressure, you will have to make all 3 of these egg dishes in 8 minutes.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Please head to your stations. You'll find everything you need in front of you.
This is insane. I have no idea who's gonna win this. I'm just happy to be up here.
The home cook who does the best job with all 3 egg dishes will win back a spot in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Cody and Kevin are 2 of the best cooks that were in the top 16. I'm cooking against the people I would never want to cook against.
Your time starts now!
As a cook, I've changed a lot. My hands are much more steady.
At any point in time, someone can do something that's gonna just ruin their dish. I just have to put my nose down, put out these eggs.
An omelet, a perfectly poached egg, and a beautiful soft-boiled egg in 8 minutes flat.
First thing I'm doing is getting 2 pots of water on boil. This is a test of multitasking. You have to be looking at 3 different egg applications all at once. This is exciting.
Remember, they only have 5 eggs. They cannot make any mistakes whatsoever. Michael, what's a perfect soft-boiled egg?
Room temperature egg. Water that's brought up to a roaring boil, turned down, then with a spoon just gently lower that egg into it, and then it's timing from there on in.
I have a hard time keeping it simple, so cooking eggs, I'd rather cook what lays the eggs.
The trick with making an omelet perfectly, you get the fry pan on medium heat with a little bit of whole butter and a little bit of olive oil.
Kevin is a little bit of a slowpoke on this. He doesn't have the same speed and agility that Andrew has.
Omelets are always on the menu at Andrew's house. I make omelets weekly.
And Cody, he keeps looking at the clock. He is super sensitive about his time management because that has let him down time and time again.
1 minute goes by like 1 second. You blink and half the challenge is gone.
5 minutes!
Cody's working on his omelet.
I get my omelet in the pan, and immediately I know the pan is too hot. I've got brown on my omelet. This could cost me my second chance.
My omelet comes out and it looks good. I should have enough time to poach my egg. I don't see a problem doing a poached egg, because I do that a lot.
Poached egg, I think, is the most difficult to do. You gotta get that water not rapidly boiling, simmering. And then you gotta create that vortex. And then, of course, the critical splash of vinegar. When it's finished, the egg yolk has to be oozing, and the egg white has to be firm. 3 minutes!
I'm standing there, I've got lots of time left. I go to crack my poached egg. Ah, no, don't you.
What's he doing?
I crack my yolk. I don't have eggs left at this point.
Look at Kevin's poached egg. He's just lifted it out, and he is not happy.
I think he broke his yolk.
Oh, my God.
Kevin's poach is a mess.
Don't give up yet, Kevin.
I'm hoping that things aren't going well for Andrew and Cody either.
Just give me the apron now because I got this.
Oh, he's gonna drop it. Andrew's gonna drop it.
Out of those three, my biggest threat is Andrew. Is Cody or Kevin gonna step up so he's not here?
Cody can't keep his hands still.
I've never seen his hands shake so much.
Cody!
30 seconds!
They put the soft-boiled egg into the cold water to stop the cooking instantly.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Put it in there.
2, 1. Hands up!
Good job, boys.
Please bring your dishes up for tasting.
I'm looking down at my 3 egg dishes. Definitely not happy with my poached egg. I'm just hoping that that omelet could be my redemption.
You like pepper, don't you?
Yeah, I think I get that from my dad.
So I'm looking for a moist, almost undercooked inside. The outside is set very nicely. It's nice and moist on the inside. Might be a little bit too moist.
Okay.
It's actually very good.
Thank you.
There's a lot of color happening here. Looks like you had your heat on the pan a little bit too high. What do you think?
I knew that I had left it on the heat a little bit too long for the outside, but...
It's nice and moist. It's a good omelet.
Thank you, Chef.
Look at this. If this were a steak, it would be a perfect medium rare. Some people might say it's a little too runny, but this is what you want in a classic omelet with French technique. It's delicious. That takes a lot of skill.
If Andrew comes back, I'm a bit scared because he's a good cook and he might actually take this.
Hi, Cody.
Chef Alvin?
What do I expect to see when I cut into this?
You should see the white set and firm, and the yolk should run freely. It should be smooth and velvety.
Well, the yolk is perfect.
Thank you, Chef.
The white, I think you nailed it. Well done.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Yes, Chef.
What have we here?
You have absolutely destroyed poached egg. Broke the yolk on it.
That is an example of probably the worst looking poached egg. I'm afraid the yolk is firm all the way through, and the white, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
It's not your lucky day. Andrew, from the visual aspect, you did a very good job because the shape is beautiful. It's one of the most attractive poached egg I've seen before cutting in. There's some runniness, but just not enough. Overall, the appearance, beautiful, just slightly overcooked.
You know, I'm looking down, trying to figure out whose eggs look the best. They all got 1 or 2 strong ones, but at this point, it's anyone's game.
Kevin?
Yeah, Chef.
How are your soft-boiled eggs?
I've never done one before.
You're kidding me.
No, sir.
Let's find out. I want a beautifully cooked egg white, and then in the center, liquid gold.
Please, please.
Absolutely beautiful. The consistency of it, well done.
Thank you, Chef. So 1 perfect egg, 1 okay egg, and 1 real bad one. Hey, there's still a chance. You never know.
Andrew, there's a lot riding on this egg, isn't there?
Is there ever?
Looks good. There's a little bit of the egg yolk there on the inside edge. You see it there? And you have the same happening right here. You see?
Yes.
Oh, it's overcooked. which indicates to me a few seconds too long, maybe. Thank you, Andrew. Cody, well, let's take a look, shall we? Gorgeous. That's like the morning sunrise right there.
Yes, chef.
Maybe just a little hair under there on the egg white, but just maybe seconds. Well done, Cody.
I'm panicking because I don't want to lose this challenge. I'm panicking because I don't want to cook again. And it's super frustrating because I know how to cook a Scotch egg.
Hey there, Barry. Chef. Any Scottish people in your family, Barry?
With a name like McConaughey, yeah, there's a couple. My grandpa McConaughey could never get me to wear a kilt, but he got me to make a Scotch egg.
We noticed that your egg was in the longest. Do you think it could be overcooked?
I'm hoping it's not over.
You can often tell a good Scotch egg by the weight. A good even ratio of meat to the egg is important. But what's even more important is the cook on that egg.
Yes, chef.
What do you think?
I'm pretty happy with that.
If I was in your shoes, I'd be pretty happy with that. Looks like a pretty even coating of the sausage grind around it. Let's give it a taste. Good and crispy. Love that combination of that perfectly cooked egg that is still nice and warm with that crispy outer crust. Great job. Thanks, Barry.
Thank you, chef. It's perfectly cooked. I want to eat it.
How you feeling?
Feeling really upset right now because I thought I would kill this one and I don't know what happened. My hands just seized up.
Despite all that difficulty, you got it on the plate. Crisp. Sounds great to me already. How long did you cook your egg for?
10 minutes.
The egg is slightly under, but look at the sausage. It's perfectly ground. It's even. The sausage surrounding that egg is absolutely delicious. This is really awesome.
I am hoping and praying that my flavors are enough to get me up to the gallery.
Aaron!
Chef Alvin?
I love surprises. Do you like surprises?
A little less when I'm on this side of the surprise, Chef.
I hope it's a good surprise.
I hope so, too.
Like what's inside Cracker Jack box. Look at that. 1 minute, 30 seconds more. That would be a home run. Sausage. Very, very even coat. Very, very crispy. Seasoning, perfect.
Scotch eggs. I locked this one down.
There is a lot riding on this Scotch egg because this is my comeback dish.
Alice, how you feeling?
Nervous.
It's a little irregular in shape, not as smooth around that egg as I think it could have been. I think it's a little on the darker side. It's a little under. I also see the sausage meat a little uneven here, and it's just starting to pull away from the egg. Flavor overall is good, but the egg is underdone, a little irregular in shape. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, May.
Hi, Chef Alvin.
I think the color is quite nice. Maybe a slightly dark, but shape, nice and round. You know, the magic is gonna show when I saw into this. There it goes. Let's see. A minute or two under. Seasoning, just right. But, as I bite into the Scotch egg, you can see by all the crumbling around the sausage meat, that starts to fall apart. It's not staying firm. So I don't get that crunch I want.
Miranda.
Chef Claudio.
Nice crunch. Unfortunately, your egg's undercooked.
Yep.
You didn't hit that sweet spot. 1 egg, 1 minute. And you can see here, Miranda, it's thick here, it's thin here, and there's another big problem. Where the sausage is thin, it's overcooked. That's not good.
I think for the most part, I'm technically strong. I definitely feel that I'm one of the front runners in the pack.
What I'm very concerned, actually, is how big your egg is. That could be due to too much meat, or, it didn't bind, and it started to debind. Cook on the egg slightly on the underdone side. Sausage, it's not that even. You nailed it with your flavor. But the technical aspect, that may cost you.
It was a difficult challenge.
There was a lot of technical mistakes.
I'm not happy. I'm mad at myself.
Right now, I think my odds are pretty slim. I'm hoping I did enough to get myself to the next level.
The biggest challenge for this group was cooking that egg well done.
I'm very upset that my egg didn't turn out. I absolutely don't want to be in that head-to-head competition.
It turns out that this deceptively simple pub snack is packed with technical challenges. Only one of you managed to overcome them all. Barry, congratulations.
Very good.
You're safe from elimination. Now make your way on up to the highlands of the gallery up there, young laddie.
Aye, matey.
Be on your way.
Going up to the gallery. This is a fun walk. Top of the world.
No one else matched Barry's success. But 2 home cooks gained a slight edge thanks to their tastes and textures. Aaron and Taya, you're safe.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
What happened here with the egg?
I was going to peel my egg, and for some reason, I went like this to crack it.
I hope, despite this little crack in the foundation, that inside of this egg is a beautiful liquid center.
Fingers crossed.
Look at that. That's stunning. If this doesn't bring a smile to your face, Kimberly, nothing will. What happened to the salt? Did you forget the salt?
I forgot the salt.
Everyone knows that salt and eggs are best friends. What happened?
I think I was overwhelmed with the egg being cracked, and
You lost focus.
just forgot that one touch.
Hello, Kimberly.
Hi, Chef.
Well, let's see how the overall taste is here. The foundation flavors here are very good. Unfortunately, the noodle is under. I hope for your sake that we get a chance to taste another pasta from you again. Thank you.
Matt,
How you doing, Chef Alvin?
Looks like you got everything there. Some nice caramelization on the mushrooms. Good amount of pasta. I hope to see sunshine leaking out of this egg. And I can see the sunshine, but it's not so runny, Matt. You're probably off about a minute. How long did you cook it for?
For 6 minutes.
Well, still tastes good.
How you feeling?
I know that my egg was a little over, but next time I make it, hopefully it'll be perfect.
Chives here, not only are there too many, they're very thick. You need to go a little cleaner on that cut. And that's a minor detail, but it's an important detail. The flavor is awesome.
Thank you, Chef.
Really awesome.
Thank you.
You know, Matt, this is not a perfect bowl of noodles, but it does convey to me that you have a lot of potential. Hopefully you live to see another day in this kitchen.
Thank you very much, Chef.
Hi there, May.
Hi, Chef Michael.
How are you feeling?
I think I might have overcooked my egg.
What makes you think your egg is overcooked, May?
I cooked it for the same amount of time that Matt did. I also did it for 6 minutes as well.
I see.
Yeah.
You know, if the egg is cold, it takes a little longer. Depending whether it's room temperature, may take a little less time. The size of the egg. So let's see if this egg is golden, rich, and runny.
If my egg is overcooked, this could be the end of my food dream.
Look at that. Looks pretty good to me. Relieved?
Relieved.
Did you hit the egg with a little salt?
No, I hit the noodles with the salt.
It's always that last bright pop of flavor.
Never forget again.
You'll never forget again is right.
So what am I expecting to taste when I dig into this jet black noodle?
You're gonna get the garlic, the butter, and the olive oil, as well as the chives.
This tastes great. Flavors are there. I can taste the garlic. I can taste the lemon. Be proud.
Thank you, Chef Alvin.
Hi there, Taya.
Chef Michael?
Your egg is not the prettiest, has a little crack here.
Yeah, Chef, it did.
You struggled getting that shell off.
I put it too long in the ice water bath, and then it made it difficult to peel afterwards.
Let's see.
Oh, my God.
That looks perfect.
Thank God.
Right, Taya. Is that beginner's luck?
I knew I needed it about 5.5 minutes. I took it out at 5.5, and fingers crossed.
Maybe a bit of both. Thank you.
The color is jet black. It looks beautiful. It's deep. There's almost a sense of mystery to it. Taya, do you really think you belong in this competition?
I've certainly had my doubts.
I only ask because if you continue to cook this way, you certainly belong here.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
The noodles are perfect. You can tell they're handmade. They're very tender.
Oh, I needed that.
It's excellent.
Thank you, Chef.
I'm not the most confident. I might be going home because of that stupid soft-boiled egg.
For what they did in that amount of time, that pressure, I'm impressed.
At this point, it's really anyone's game. We all made mistakes.
And we know our answer. Let's go and share it with the home cooks. Taking everything into account, one home cook stood out from the rest. The best squid ink pasta was made by Taya. Here you go, Taya.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Congratulations, Taya. Please head on up to the gallery.
I never would have dreamed in a million years that I would be top 10 at MasterChef Canada.
Now for the bad news. We had to consider every single missing grain of salt, every overcooked egg, and every undercooked strand of pasta.
Ultimately, we felt that one home cook fell just a little short of the others. We had no other choice but to say goodbye to Kimberly. Matt and May, please head on up to the gallery. Kimberly, we know that this isn't the result that you'd been hoping for. But there is a bright side. Your 7-year-old daughter, Nevaeh, will be so thrilled to welcome you home. She got to see her extremely talented mother excel on the national stage. And that's quite an achievement. So please come up here and say goodbye to us.
Thank you.
Don't you ever stop cooking.
It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet, but in order to grow, you have to learn. And, you know, I learned a lot. It was a really awesome experience, and I would not change anything. This isn't the last of me. I'll be back.